we'd find some way to communicate. Finally, we can relate. Now we're side by side, this is fate. I knew all along we'd find some way to communicate.
What is up, guys? This is Hoji Togies, and I'm very sorry that my microphone is as loud as it is. Oh god, I didn't mean to do that. I just slipped my desk. Oh, I'm back with another stream for you all. Today, I'm gonna be playing Kyle is Famous. Now, I've got a friend. His name is Kyle. Say hello.
No.
Okay. He does not agree
Hello.
that he does not agree that he is famous. So we're gonna see why this game thinks he's so famous. Kyle wakes up. He is famous. Kyle wakes up. He is famous.
He is not. No, he is not.
Kyle is host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. But you don't stay up late.
Wait, what?
Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Are you sure about that?
No, I don't think my talk show hasn't. Mm-mm.
Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white man. Okay. Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. I mean, to be fair though, yeah. I could see that being you in the future.
Lord, God, this is already me.
Yeah, I was about to say I could see that being you in the
Except for the
future.
fact that it says I'm famous.
Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. So you're famous enough to have your own talk show, yet everyone else's talk shows are just talking about how your talk show is better than theirs.
And probably talking about my password. Something like that.
They're trying to commit identity theft. They want to be as famous as you. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. So that's why YouTube is dying.
Okay, so literally people are obsessed with me.
Hello, Elevenders. 7 year. It's the only clip that gets shared.
I did actually. I moved that video into private.
I know.
Not allowed.
The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Dude, it sounds like you're ridiculously famous. Like, more so than Bill Gates famous, dude.
Welcome, Game Killer.
Hello, game. We're talking about how Kyle is way too famous for his own good. I mean, there are talk shows that want to steal his... there are talk shows that want to steal his Wi-Fi password.
It's going pretty good.
Good.
Nice and epic.
Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Oh, dude, is he gonna be interviewing?
How is this my most important guest interview net? Yeah, I don't. Why am I a guest? I'm literally the king of the entire world at this point. The way they've described this.
No. Okay, so you're getting to interview your most important guest. That's what it means. Hello,
Oh.
Benjams. Dude, you're gonna interview the Chinese goose tonight. How do you feel? Do you and Goss still talk with Oreo? Yeah, actually, I just finished talking with Oreo. We were playing some Brawlhalla. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rochelle May. That's a funny way to spell Chinese goose. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist.
I don't want to click the link. He says, "Are you a fan of my image?"
You like my image. Benjams, I don't want to click on that. We'll tell him I said hello. I'll tell him, game. She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Oh, do we finally get to play the game? Kyle,
welcome, Rachel May!
Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. I'm upset by there's no music here. I made it just for you. I'll open it later. I can't right now because I'd have to open it on my phone and it would obscure chat.
Open link in new private window.
Okay.
Good idea. That is a very good idea.
I don't want to open that now.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just why.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, no. It's no. You've already seen it before. It's a snapshot of you commenting that it says that something looks very adorable, and it's Discord looking like a.
Oh god. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I was commenting on the thing above it. Poe had finished one of her plushies, and then Benjamin sent that, and I commented, "It's very adorable."
Just finished working on this after a couple weeks.
Uh,
Oh my god, that looks adorable.
I was referencing Poe's plushie. Oh no. Kyle cracked his eyes open, like pistachios, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Are you feeling ready for this interview, Kyle?
No.
Kyle has 30 hours left. He must... Jesus Christ, it's the last day, yet he has over 24 hours. Excuse me?
Well, I mean, technically, you do have the next day's, like, morning hours before you start.
I mean, I suppose...
Not only that, but it's probably, like, stay up late with Kyle, right? So you just gotta...
Wait,
yeah,
no, you just woke up, though. That means you have How do you have 30 hours if you just woke up in the morning?
Okay, so imagine 24 hours pass, it's morning again, right?
Yeah.
And then another 6 hours pass.
That'd be that'd be noon at best.
Still. This game, it's horrible. They don't even know how many hours I have left.
Not only is it trying to lie to me and tell me that Kyle's famous, it's also trying to tell me that time is an illusion. I'll be the path to affiliate. Terrible. I need more followers. A lot more followers. I think I'm at 26 out of 50. He must choose his actions wisely. Are you ready to choose your actions wisely, Kyle? It's time to start preparing.
No,
Bed. I am in bed. Alright. Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. Do you want to wither away or exit the bed?
Yes, wither away. I want to wither away.
Deathbed!
God. Shucks.
Kyle withered successfully. Yay! Kyle is now a ghost. This does not relieve him of his responsibilities. Get out of bed anyway. Dude, you're a ghost. You're showing up to your interview, alright?
This does not relieve him of his responsibilities. I am actually a god.
Kyle exited the bed. Dude, it literally just, you're a ghost now. Look, there's an icon up there.
Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance out around his bed.
I feel like this would be better if I could show my cursor.
I want to scavenge my own bedroom.
Scavenge? Alright.
Yeah.
Kyle quickly crouched down on the floor, realizing his immediate need for bugs. Okay. Gossip or back to bedroom?
I would say bugs.
You want bugs? Alright. Kyle started to pick between the fuzz of his bedroom carpet, hoping to catch a stray beetle or two. Soon, he had a small handful of various insects, dead and alive. Do you want to eat them immediately or save for later use?
Save for later use.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think you can eat them. They just go right through your ghost. Oh god, I don't like that sound effect. It made a sound as if bugs were crawling over you. How do bugs crawl on you? You're incorporeal. You're not corporeal. How do bugs crawl on you? Kyle stashed the wriggling mass for later use. Ugh. You've got bugs now. You're a ghost and you have bugs. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. You want to open the closet, sit at the desk, or exit the bedroom?
Okay, I want to scavenge again.
Scavenge again.
And this time I want to get something else.
You want gossip?
Yes.
Okay. Kyle firmly pressed his ear into the carpet, hoping to hear some stray words from the neighbors below. I heard Rachel May is going on a trip out of the country soon. Oh, girlfriend, tell me more. I had to do the voice. You can't tell me I can't with that.
Only I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah, okay. Well, what I will tell you is that every night I don a mask that looks like a bug and fight misdoers.
Ah, yes, bugs. More bugs.
Na bug man. There was a stunned silence. Then a door opened and someone exited the neighbor's apartment. That's quite enough. You have collected gossip, Kyle. How do you feel?
Oh, okay, so that's actually something that I have in my
you have gossip. You've collected gossip. You stashed gossip in your pocket and walked away.
I want to sit at my desk.
Alright. Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down.
I hope that sitting at the desk allows me to shit post.
Check in desk drawer or write notes for interview.
Dang it. Check in desk drawer.
Kyle opened up the side drawer of his desk and grabbed one of the items stored there. It's a small key or assorted change. You're rich. Why do you have assorted change in a desk drawer?
Probably. Yeah, I'll take some assorted change.
Just in case
And
you
also
need
just
just in case you need to stop by a vending machine or something. Kyle scooped up the change scattered around the desk drawer. Right. Do you want to write notes or check in the desk drawer again?
I want to check in the desk drawer and then get
The key?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I love how the first thing we did was Kyle withered successfully. In what world does it take 1 hour to open a desk drawer? Good point. Every action we do takes exactly 1 hour.
We're burning away our hours. Okay then.
I mean, it took you only 1 hour to wither away and die. Yet it took you a whole hour to open a desk drawer. Heck, it took you a whole hour to press your face against the carpet to start listening for gossip. You had to get that optimal listening position.
Yeah, this is this is pretty epic.
So you grabbed the key at your desk. You want to know how long it takes you to get back to your desk? 1 hour.
Yeah, I'll say it probably takes me about an hour. All right, I want to take another hour writing notes for my interview.
Alright, Kyle wrote down his first question. Are you a mother? Am I a mother? Is your mother a mother?
Am I a mother?
Kyle wrote down his second question. What are some diet tips? Beef, mashed or blended, or ever eaten a raw egg whole?
I would say beef, mashed or blended.
Okay. Kyle wrote down his third question. What's your funniest story? Do you ever smile? I purposely ran over a puppy. That's not a question.
Yeah, I would say I purposely ran over
It takes you 1 whole hour to write down. I purposely. What's your guilty
I'm trying to
pleasure?
work
Do you feel
hard.
guilty? Are you guilty? Are you the reason I died this morning?
Are you guilty? Are you guilty?
It doesn't take a
Hold
whole
up.
hour
Oh,
to
wait.
die.
Hold on! I'm on a live stream.
It doesn't take an hour to die. I was shot.
I'm on a live stream with yeah.
God, that's broken.
Wait. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's epic.
It's epic.
Okay.
Kyle ripped
My-
his page
my
of notes.
My microphone mute thing doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
It's a button that powers it on and off, and it doesn't work.
It makes sense. Kyle ripped his
Alright.
page of notes out of the notebook and got out from the desk. You have 4 hours left. Correction, 3.
Oh yeah, because it takes me an hour to get back to my desk.
Right. Even though you were already at your desk writing notes.
All right, I'll go back to my room.
Okay. You've only got 2 options left. What do you do?
Okay. How about this? I open my clock and then become late for the interview because it's gonna take me another hour to do something.
Yo, you've
else.
got 1 hour. It was dark and you could only see your hanging shirt. Do you choose an outfit? Dude, by the time dude, it takes you 30 hours to choose an outfit in the morning. Jesus Christ, dude. Time until interview, 0 hours. Is it gonna go -1? Hold up. Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important appearance is. You'll take some what?
Skunk pasties.
I want to point out, it's so important for you to look good, yet you're a ghost.
I'm probably not even gonna look.
Showtime.
general.
Showtime. ... Kyle hurried to the set. How? Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrives.
Okay. So I've de-acquired my ghost status.
I see that. I mean, it's just normal for you to be a ghost, isn't it? Also, I love how it takes you an hour to move from your desk to your desk, yet it takes you 0 hours to teleport to the studio. It takes you.
Air of genuinity.
Dude.
Wow, that is epic. A glamorous woman with an air of genuinity.
As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Do you approach Rachel with your gossip? Do you want to give her your gossip that you've collected?
I will probably give her all my gossip. I'll tell her all about it.
Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward
She's
to
the
being
first person to say words.
Right?
You're
Kyle
interviewing
responded.
me? My talk show.
Do you answer politely or scream and spin in circles?
Circles.
Kyle
Obviously.
started to stretch out his arms wide, tilted his neck up. Dude, you're T-posing in front of her. What the heck? Was interrupted by his producer telling him and Rachel that it was time to start the show. Aww. You didn't get to spin. You just got that T-pose.
Start interview. Dang it.
Yo, there's music now. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. You start broadcast or gossip about the neighbor?
Gossip about the neighbor.
Good evening, everybody, said Kyle. My neighbor is a bug vigilante. That's one way to start a show. There's nothing more to say on the matter. He fell silent.
Alright, so I've given up the ghost, and I've also given up the bug. The bug neighbor.
I mean, you still have the gossip in your inventory.
I mean, still. Alright, Rachel, also on camera, stared at her hands and wondered when she was going to be introduced.
Good morning, everybody. Good night, everybody. My name's Kyle. My neighbor is a bug vigilante. Rachel sits there. Excuse me.
I imagine she like not the backs of her hands, but the actual palms. Like, do I exist? The producer starts camera angle to break the tension.
Kyle continued to remain silent and stare forward blankly. Straight through her, as if she too were a ghost. After several
I'm not a ghost.
After several minutes, neighbor Gabby walked out onto the set. Hi everyone, she said, smiling hollowly. My name is Gabby, and I'm not in fact a bug vigilante. False, Kyle looked at Gabby and then returned to staring forward. I'm not a bug vigilante. False! Continues to stare forward. Okay. You had to break the tension specifically to say false.
Excuse me for a second.
Okay. Gabby began to reply, but was interrupted by a bug-shaped intercom on her belt.
What? Wait, what? A bug-shaped intercom.
It's the bug signal. Bug girl, it squawked. A robbery is in progress on East 3rd. Report emit. Gabby threw the intercom on the ground and crushed it under her foot. After a beat, she spoke again. Something has come up suddenly, and I must go. Gabby left the set. Well, said Kyle, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for joining us, Rachel, and witnessing the return of Bug Girl. Kyle got up.
Okay, here's the thing. I want to think that every time you select an option, an hour passes by. So it takes you an hour to stand up and spin in circles and scream at her. And then it takes an hour for the producer to or the cameraman to start switching angles to break the tension.
This is a really long talk show, so no wonder you're so popular. No talk shows ever this long. You got like a marathon. Dude, you do 24-hour live streams and it's just you saying false and then staring blankly. I wonder what Rachel's thinking. Like, dang, there was a bug girl that was more important than me tonight. I want to point out, you didn't ever use your bugs, pocket change, key, notes, or whatever the heck that last thing is. I think it's a leaf.
No, I didn't pick up a leaf.
I don't know what it is. Kyle got up, shook Rachel's hand again, and walked past the cameras, leaving her alone. Poor Rachel. Not knowing what else to do, the producer ended the broadcast. In the coming days, fans of both Rachel and Kyle dubbed the show a masterpiece of television. Rachel just sat there doing nothing while Bug Girl took the spotlight. And everyone's like, whoa, Bug Girl, yay!
Everybody's just stupid. Made of people that just enjoy everything and nothing at the same time.
I'll bet you Rachel is just contemplating sanity at this point. Having an existential crisis. Stay Up Late with Kyle's online pages were updated to reflect this broadcast as the most popular ever. Kyle's producer later tried to have Rachel on the show again, but she was very, very, very busy. Yep. Sounds like an existential crisis to me. Good job, Kyle. Kyle talked about Gabby. Endings unlocked 1 out of 21.
Alright, so
You talked about Gabby.
Wait. There's 21 endings. This is gonna be a while. Yeah.
Okay, so we got the gossip ending.
I have dinner to eat soon.
Okay, do you want to speed through one more and then do an intermission?
No.
Oh.
I can't.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean...
I might just blaze through a few while you're gone. There's 21 of them.
Alright, cool.
Alright, let me know when you're back. Right. So, let's see what we can do now that Kyle is famous. Let's exit the bed. Exit the bedroom. Leave apartment. And visit tech store. Kyle walked into the clean white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Steal Techno Jim! Quickly, before the attendant could acknowledge him, Kyle grabbed Techno Jim by the shoulders. Kyle without Kyle, I know, right? Sad face. Finding out Techno Jim's cardboard feet were bolted to the ground, Kyle started to pull upwards forcefully. After several tugs, Techno Jim broke free, leaving 1 foot and 1 leg behind. Kyle glanced at the attendant, who was staring bewildered, and ran outside. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long, pondering look around him. I'm gonna visit my downstairs neighbor with Techno Jim. Kyle approached his downstairs neighbor's door and knocked. A middle-aged woman named Gabby. Middle-aged? And she's Bug Girl? A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. She looked at Kyle expectantly. Greet and start conversation. Good morning, neighbor, said Kyle cheerfully. Gabby looked at Kyle expectantly. I'm gonna ask Gabby about Gabby. Gabby, asked Kyle, tell me about yourself. Oh, you know, she said, putting on a fake smile. I just sit around here. Yes, I don't get around much, never go out at night, I just stay here, right here. Gabby glared at Kyle. Convinced by Gabby's statement, Kyle bid her goodbye and returned to the street. I'm gonna go back to my apartment. Kyle walked into the small hallway that connects the rooms of his apartment together. Check locked door. Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. Forced the door with forehead. Kyle decided it would be best to try to force the door open with the use of his face. After smashing his features into solid wood for several minutes, Kyle gained severe short-term amnesia. Oh. I go to the bedroom. Sit at desk. Check in desk drawer. Small key. Ah, dang, I don't have time, I don't think. Check the locked door. No, I can't unlock it. I've got no time. Kyle hurried to the set. It's Rachel. Rachel's smile quickly turned into shock as she realized Kyle had not put on clothes that day. I too would be shocked to find that the host of a talk show did not wear clothes that day. Kyle waved and smiled broadly. Rachel uncomfortably averted her eyes. I mean, to be fair, I do have short-term amnesia and Techno Jim. Kyle started making his rounds around the room, greeting each crew member, none of whom looked at him directly. As it became apparent that Kyle had no intention of leaving, Rachel made some excuses and exited the set. One by one, the crew followed suit. Kyle was left all alone. Kyle prepared by being a nudist. No! Kyle! What ending is that? No clothes. I want to open the locked door now. So let's... Actually, let's wither away. Shucks. You know, ghost, get out of bed anyway. Open the closet. Use an outfit. Suit of armor. Kyle was unsure of what exactly caused him to decide to wear his armor, but it felt like the right thing to do. Or if you can evade the short-term amnesia by taking advantage of the ability to write notes. That's a good one. Let me try that. Hold up. Okay, so exit bed. That's a good point. Okay, so let's sit at desk. I want the key. Small key. Back. Write notes. Are you a mother? What are some diet tips? What's your funniest story? Do you ever smile? What's your funniest story? Your guilty? Are you guilty? What's your guilty pleasure? Right, so I have the notes. Let's go back to the room. Exit bedroom to hallway. Check locked door. Oh, it's locked from the... I have the key, though. Okay, let's force the door open with my forehead. I have amnesia. Move to the kitchen. Kyle walked to the center of the kitchen. Open fridge. What do we got in the fridge? Kyle opened the fridge intending to find something to eat. Did I not find anything to eat? Eat crust on fridge wall. Eat the fridge. Prepare breakfast. Eat condiments. Eat crust on the fridge wall or eat the fridge. I'll save some of the funnier stuff for when Kyle's back, so I'm gonna eat crust on the fridge wall. Kyle started scraping the streaks of crud and spots of black mold off the walls of his fridge. After balling up the filth from the sides of the fridge, Kyle bit into the crusty, moist ball. Several minutes of chewing later, Kyle finished chewing and swallowed the ball whole. Check pantry. Kyle wanted to access pantry, but found it was locked with a small keyhole. Unlock! The pantry door lock creaked as if it hadn't moved for years, but eventually opened. Look in pantry. Instead of an assortment of canned goods and grains, Kyle's pantry stored a massive amount of bottled lard. Should I chug a bottle of lard right here, right now, Benjams? Yeah, so while I'm naked, I mean, to be fair though, I already have armor on, so it's too late for that, but I can chug a bottle of lard. Kyle voraciously grabbed the closest bottle, snapped the neck against the wall, and sucked out all of the fat within a minute. I can chug another. Kyle widely sucked down another bottle. He felt very sick. Should I vomit on floor and stop or chug another? Let's chug another. Kyle's vomit and the lard were mixing in a way to make it hard to tell which was which. Stop or finish off the pantry. Where there is armor, it was on the top and it's not there now. Oh! Yeah, that's a good point. I don't have armor anymore. Where did it go? Maybe I had to take it off to bash my head against the wall. As Kyle finished the last bottle of lard, he felt a wave of accomplishment come over him. Kyle hurried to the set. Dang it. No. You're right. It said I was naked. Dang it. I want the lard ending. There's gotta be one. Okay. Exit bed. So I need to sit at the desk. Small key. Let's get the assorted change as well. So if I exit bedroom to hallway, Move to kitchen. Check pantry. Lock with small key. Chug a bottle of lard. Chug a bottle of lard. Chug a bottle of lard. Finish off the pantry. I have a wave of accomplishment. So I feel like I should eat the crust. Oh, it's the only thing I can eat. Turn to the hallway. I am disgusted. Return to bedroom. Open closet. I need to close. Slick suit. Okay, I heard you set. Cool, I've got clothes. She looked up and smiled. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Kyle responded. Answer politely. And I as well, Rachel, answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. You are a most welcome guest. Shake hands. After other mild exchanges of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and cameras clicked on. Start broadcast. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Kyle vomited all over the horrible things he... Oh god, Kyle vomited all of the horrible things he had eaten earlier onto the floor. Oh no! Rachel looked at Kyle, concerned, gave a couple coughs and decided to play it cool and keep the show running. Kyle stopped, then vomited again, then continued with a shaky voice. Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. Are you sure you're glad to be here? Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in, said Kyle. I'm very ready, said Rachel with a winning smile. In a shock, Kyle realized he had never bothered to prepare any notes. Dang it, knowing he had the Isles of Millions upon him, Kyle came up with a solution quickly. Blame Rachel, run away, or play dead. Ah, dang, if only I were still a ghost. Play dead. Kyle slumped in his heap. Kyle, what are you up to? Asked Rachel, still smiling. Kyle did not respond, and hoped nobody would ask questions. Kyle, are you pretending to be dead? I can see you breathing. Kyle held his breath. The producer whispered to Rachel over his earpiece. Give him a couple slaps across the face and see if he wakes up. Rachel got out of her chair, walked to Kyle, and slapped. I didn't ask for you, Alexa. Alexa, stop. I didn't ask you if you were God. Rachel got up from her chair, walked to Kyle, and slapped him firmly across the face. Rachel slapped Kyle continuously, trying to get him to stop play acting. Other members of the crew stepped into frame to start slapping Kyle as well. Soon, Kyle was lost in the amassment of people around him, all slapping his face with both hands. Kyle probably is dead now. Slapping went on for many hours. Kyle did not wake up. Eventually, Kyle did not need to pretend to be unconscious. Oh no. Kyle prepared by dying. Oh no. Exit the bed. Open the closet, choosing the outfit. Get jeans and swim goggles. Kyle's decided on a fashion-forward casual style. He could barely see out of the goggles. Right. So, let's write notes. Is your mother a mother? Ever eaten a raw egg whole? I purposely ran over a puppy. Are you guilty? Cool. Exit into the hallway. I don't care, phone. Shut up. Alright, let's leave apartment. Visit tech store. Ask attendant for free samples. I wonder what would happen if I stole Techno Gym. Would they comment on it? Kyle asked the store attendant whether or not they offered any free samples to important customers. The attendant gave Kyle a confused and slightly vacant look. Kyle began to beg for a free sample. Wanting Kyle to leave, the attendant grabbed a decrepit phone meant for spare parts and held it out. Grab it with teeth. Kyle formally clamped his mouth around the outstretched phone, creating several teeth holes in the screen. Kyle grunted and yanked with his head until the attendant let go of the phone. The phone is now Kyle's to use forever. Kyle walked into the clean white tech store. Give review of free sample. This phone, said Kyle, is several years old and has exposed wires coming out the back. Kyle continued. The phone has also had screen issue. The phone has had screen issues after I used it to hammer nails into the wall for a painting. Furthermore, when I submerge it in water, I get severely shocked until it runs out of battery. The attendant looked at Kyle, pursed his lips, and said nothing. Feeling he had made his argument, Kyle decided to leave. I want to steal Techno Gym. I didn't get to steal Techno Gym, I'm upset. Been looking forward to being here. Scream and spin in circles. Cool. Start broadcasting. Use Rachel. Okay, cool. So I didn't vomit this time. Glad to be here. In response, Kyle collapsed on the floor. Excuse me? From a combination of stressful preparation and not eating anything, Kyle is passed out. Oh no. Nobody in the studio quite knew what to do with him. They began to poke Kyle in the back to see if he moved. After a while, they ended the broadcast, shut off the lights, and went home. Kyle was left face first on the floor. Kyle prepared by starving himself. I ate the phone! Does that not count? Browse social media? I have a new option. Save that. Oh! The phone is now Kyle's to use forever! Oh! Oh! So if I leave apartment, visit tech store, I still have the free sample. Okay. I'm gonna continue with day, return to my apartment, return to bedroom, open closet, choose an outfit. Let's get my suit of armor. After much squeezing and sweating, Kyle managed to wrap the metal suit around his dumpy self. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Okay, so I have the phone permanently now. It still has teeth holes in it, I think. So if I exit bedroom, leave apartment, I don't think I can do anything if I leave now. Yeah, move to kitchen. I want food this time. Open fridge. Eat the fridge. Kyle pointed his neck directly upwards and hoisted the fridge on top of his face. Somehow, miraculously, he wrapped his mouth around the device. He started to swallow. In one slow, horrible movement, the fridge slid down Kyle's throat. Oh no! I mean, I can only imagine it would take 3 hours to eat a fridge. After many gurgles, pops, and snaps, Kyle felt relatively sure the fridge would not come back out. Oh no! I can't write notes either, I don't have time. Leave apartment. Return to apartment. Kyle hurried to the set. Interview Techno Gym instead? Yo, I can do that! No, I ate now, so I wonder what happens. Kyle responded. Answer politely. Introduce Rachel. Kyle vomited all. Oh, no. Dang it. Oh, stopped. I vomited the fridge. Okay. Okay. I'm very ready. In shock, Kyle realized he had never bothered to prepare any notes. Blame Rachel for the lack of notes. Rachel, I need to be honest. You're not terribly interesting, and I could not think of what I should ask of you. Oof! That's brutal. In fact, continued Kyle, I would far rather interview a fish than I would you. I should have interviewed Techno Jim instead. And furthermore, said Kyle, I'm not sure I could tell the difference between you and a fish. Oh! Kyle leaned back in his chair and desperately hoped the blame had been shifted adequately. Rachel glowered at Kyle. Kyle glowered back. Rachel left the studio. Kyle no longer had a guest and spent the next 42 minutes staring at the camera silently. Kyle prepared by blaming others. Died, quote unquote. Oh no! How did he get the first one? Oh. And Kyle sure is famous, isn't he? I wonder if becoming a ghost actually does anything. I don't think it does. Go to sleep now. Good luck on the rest of the endings. Thank you, Benjams. I'm gonna blow through this. You have a great sleep, Benjams. Thank you for coming out. Open the closet, sit at desk, scavenge. Let's write some notes. Got it. Okay. I could see it taking 4 hours to write notes. Back to room. Exit bedroom into hallway. Go to kitchen. Open fridge. Prepare breakfast. Kyle constructed a breakfast of poached eggs, toast, along with a small fruit cup and grilled sausage. Let me smash. I'll save that. That sounds like a really good breakfast, though. Kyle ate his breakfast slowly and thoughtfully, enjoying every bite. He felt refreshed. Nice. Should I eat lard? No. Leave apartment. Visit tech store. Steal Techno Gym. Alright. Got notes, got food, what else could possibly go wrong? Let's return to bedroom. I can't go back to my bed and that upsets me. Oh, open closet. I'm not clothed. The suit of armor is generally a nice touch. Alright. Exit bedroom. Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across from the host chair was a glamorous woman. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Kyle responded. Scream and spin around in circles. We have a lot to discuss. I'm very ready. Kyle produced the notes he had taken earlier. I purposely ran over a puppy. Hey, I ran over a puppy on purpose, said Kyle. Everyone in the studio froze. Kyle spread his hands out wide. It's a joke! He started laughing from the bottom of his stomach. Nobody laughed at Kyle. 7 minutes later, he stopped laughing and moved on. I'll ask another question. Are you guilty? Rachel, are you guilty? Kyle threw his questions on the floor, stood up, and pointed at her. Rachel's eye twitched slightly. Guilty of what, dear Kyle? She smiled, disenthused. Guilty, spat Kyle, of your crimes. Rachel did not answer. I hear breathing. Her eyelids both started twitching uncontrollably. I don't want to call police yet. I'll ask another question. Is your mother her mother? So, said Kyle, my mother is my mother. My mother's mother is her mother, and my mother's mother. And many mothers have mother's mother's mother. Is your mother a mother? Rachel went to answer and stopped. I believe she said eventually that I should answer yes. Ever eaten a raw egg whole? Hey, Rachel. Ever eaten a raw egg whole? Asked Kyle. Like shell and all? Asked Rachel. Kyle continued. I have, like a lot. It's really bad though, so sometimes I spit it back up. It was a silence. But actually, it gets easier the more you do it, continued Kyle without losing momentum. So don't start, I say. Rachel chose not to answer and look in another direction. After reading his final question, Kyle looked up from his paper. Well, Rachel, he said, I think that's all I was planning on asking you. If that's the case, Kyle, may I ask you something in return? Asked Rachel, smiling one more time. What exactly did you decide to... Why exactly did you decide to wear a suit of armor today? Well, obviously the answer is because I felt like it. Before Kyle could answer, the camera shut down. The broadcast was over. Dang. Kyle returned home, knowing the interview had gone well. But as he lay in bed and drifted to sleep, he felt that perhaps something was still missing. Kyle prepared very well. Good interview. Something was missing? Something was missing. So we got no food, no clothes. What else can I lack? Exit bed. Let's open the closet, choose an outfit. Kyle chose the pasties made out of mashed skunk flesh. Getting the slimy garment to stay proved difficult, so Kyle opted to stick them to his body with hot glue. Oh no. That feels painful. Let's exit bedroom to hallway. Open fridge. Eat condiments. Kyle started to grab condiments from the fridge, squirting them into his mouth with both hands. The rate at which ketchup, soy sauce, and other items entered Kyle's mouth soon overrode his ability to swallow. Oh. Kyle spewed the excess condiments across the kitchen, covering the furniture and walls. Kyle continued until all the condiments had been emptied. Got it. Turn to the hallway. But we've got no notes. We've got no notes this time. So let's... What should we do here? Move to kitchen, return to bedroom. Leave apartment. Visit tech store. I want Techno Gym. I want to steal him. Alright, go into our... Excuse me? A middle-aged woman named Gabby entered the door. She looked at Kyle expectantly. Consume Gabby. What? What led to this? What? Let's scream and spin. Slowly, Kyle started into a loud outside of Gabby's door, arms outstretched. He tilted his neck upward and let loose a long, passionate, and meaningful scream. As Kyle continued to spin, Gabby shut it and locked her door, as she did every time Kyle screamed outside her door. Eventually, Kyle ran out of breath and fell over. Okay. Let's leave the apartment. It's showtime. Let's interview Techno Gym. Nah, let's continue. Let's scream and spin in circles. I guess that's just a thing I do. Alright, I'm very ready. I don't have notes, so running away. Kyle ejected from his seat and ran out of the studio as quickly as possible. After it became apparent that Kyle was not coming back, the producer ended the episode and everyone went home. Kyle prepared by running away. Ran away, okay. There's gotta be something with being a ghost at this point. This game is very fun. I love this. suppose Kyle is, in fact, famous. Alt tab tab tab. Alt tab tab. Alt tab 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 tab. Some of the other endings I want to get, but at the same time, I don't want to do them without Kyle. And Kyle should be back any minute. I don't know. So, no food, no clothes. Is it one of the ones where I can like play dead? I'll bet you that's what it is. Let's go there. So let's exit bed. What did I have to do to get there? I had to... That's where you have no notes, right? I think I did all the ones where you have no notes. So what do I... If you have no food, you just pass out. I don't think there are any other items you can keep forever. Let's see what being a ghost does. Wither away. A ghost. Cool. Let's... Oh, can I... Exit bedroom into hallway, check locked door. Yeah, float through as ghost. Okay. Kyle used his ghostly powers to walk straight through the door, go inside. Kyle found himself in the room he stashed the various items sent to him by fans. Get laser claymore. Check sewing machine. Kyle walked over to the dilapidated sewing machine. Box was only half removed. Okay. I don't want to check either of these. They look cool. Let's leave apartment. Visit downstairs neighbor. Consume Gabby. Kyle unhinged his jaw and swallowed Gabby whole. Job done. Kyle returned to the middle of the street. Oh! Okay! Let's... Let's, check pantry, open... Let's, open... Check pantry. Can I float through it? No. Dang it. I'm gonna... eat crust on the fridge wall. I don't have room to get clothes. Open closet. Choose an outfit! For normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. Dang it. I don't want to do anything though. What else can I do? Like, what does the change do for me? Okay, if I go hit the change, right? There's a flashlight here now? It's when? Can I see in the... It's out of batteries. Okay. Second desk drawer. Assorted change. Yo! Can I go to the tech store buy batteries? Hold up. Visit tech store. Buy batteries with change. Yes. Kyle counted out 198 in pennies and nickels and traded them for a small packet of batteries inserted into a flashlight. Kyle crammed the batteries into his flashlight. Nice. Okay. Now, back to my apartment. Go to the bedroom. Open the closet. I should be able to see now. Yeah, inspect with the flashlight. Kyle shined his flashlight into the moist, cave-like closet that had not seen light in years. After several minutes of searching around with the light, Kyle saw something unusual in the back. A small metal box with a large red button sat in the back, stamped with a travel time label. Take box for later. Kyle stashed the box for later use. I don't have clothes. Or food. I don't have food. Time travel with Rachel. Dang it. I didn't need anything. Okay. So I can do stuff. Okay. So by being a ghost, I can get into that room and do stuff. And if I go into the desk... Why is there a flashlight in the desk now? Because it wasn't before. The desk... Check desk drawer. There wasn't a flashlight here before. So let's check social media. Let's browse social media. Kyle started to scroll through news articles on his phone. Stay Up Late with Kyle's ranked number 1 and 2 on show on television. Read more. New East Bridge being constructed after being found to not actually exist. Authorities investigating. More. Another grand larceny and crime spree streak. Evidence pointing to perpetrator fleeing the country. Rachel May to unexpectedly leave the country on very, very long vacation after interview tonight. Who is the bug vigilante? Spotted. Pursuing arsonist. Pursuing? Okay. Kyle fails to show up to several charity events. Aww. Bug vigilante shows up to charity events with fresh baked pastries. Donations flourish. Dang. Hot dogs are making resurgence as fuel source for both humans and tugboats. Huh. Phone model recalled at Techno Gym stores blame overuse by customers. Kyle's phone exploded in his hands from overuse. I feel like that was a warning. There was an option to call the police this time around. So let's... No, I need notes. Write notes. Okay. Need food. Back to room. Hallway. Ah, shoot. Do I have time for food? Eat condiments. Okay, so I did eat. Nice. Kyle responded, "No, I was supposed to have Are You Guilty? Dang it, I ruined everything." Okay. So, exit bed. Open closet. Choose an outfit. Slick suit. Cool. Sit at desk. Write notes. Am I a mother? Beef mashed or blended. Do you ever smile? Are you guilty? Okay. Now, there's gotta be use for the bugs. You can scavenge. Need food. Open fridge. Prepare breakfast. What if Kyle smashes breakfast to a pulp using both fists. Oh. Huh. It would appear as though I need that key for the pantry. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I didn't have food. Open closet. Choose an outfit. Suit. Sit at desk. Write notes. Am I a mother? Thief. Master blended. Do you ever smile? Are you guilty? Back to desk. Okay. Now we scavenge for bugs. How about let me do anything? Like while I'm at Gabby's. Because while I'm thinking about it, getting the bugs and then bringing them to Gabby.
Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom.
I see that. Okay, so I'm gonna actually restart because there's a.
It's a joke. See, because I'm in the middle of my bedroom now. Because I'm in my bedroom.
I see that. But
Kyle returned to the center, and it associates with
the real life Kyle.
Oh my gosh! I see one of the messages. I see one of the messages. Kyle without Kyle.
Yeah, right. I'm actually more concerned with. So when I start the game now, when I found out what that leaf thing was your skunk suit that you wore.
Oh.
So we have a phone now.
I forgot that we became a furry.
We have a phone now. Because if you exit the bed, exit your apartment, go to street, you can go to the tech store. And did you see when we harvested Techno Gem?
Techno Gem? No.
Yeah, like standing outside of the tech store is Techno Gem. Let's do that now, actually. Let's exit the bed. Open closet. We need clothes. Let's choose an outfit. What are we choosing this time? Jeans and swimming goggles, suit of armor, slick suit, skunk again. What do you want?
Let's see. Jeans and swimming.
Alright, cool. Casual style. I found out being a ghost actually does have a perk, by the way.
Say again.
I found out that being a ghost actually does have a perk. And we'll get to that in a second, so... Oh, and if you leave your house without food, you just collapse on the floor.
So if you don't eat?
Yeah, if you don't eat, you just collapse on the floor. However, open fridge. You can eat the whole fridge. Turn to hallway. Leave apartment.
Yeah,
Visit tech store. Now, Kyle walked into the clean white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. You can steal Techno Jim. Or ask for free sample.
Free sample?
Yes, you ask if there are free samples. The dude stares at you, pondering sanity or something. You beg for a free sample. So he gives you a dilapidated old phone. You can either grab it from him, or grab it with your teeth. Either option says the phone is now Kyle's to use forever. And it gives you the option of watching social media when you wake up. and give review a free sample. But let's steal Techno Jim. Quickly, before the attendant could acknowledge him, Kyle grabbed Techno Jim by the shoulders. Finding that Techno Jim's cardboard feet were bolted to the ground, Kyle started to pull upwards forcefully. After several tugs, Techno Jim broke free, leaving one foot and one leg behind. Kyle glanced at the attendant, who was standing bewildered, and ran outside. Should we visit downstairs neighbor?
Visit downstairs neighbor?
You remember our downstairs neighbor, right, Bug Girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but visit them.
Yep, you can visit them. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. She looked at Kyle expectantly. Should we greet and start a conversation? Scream and spin, as all Kyles do. Or consume Gabby?
Consume Gabby!
Kyle unhinged his jaw and swallowed Gabby whole. Job done, Kyle returned to the middle of the street. Bug Girl is no more. Oh, and you know the locked door that we tried and it said the door is in fact locked? What are you doing, Kyle?
Right.
I hear you clickety-clacking. What are you up to?
Brawlhalla.
Oh. Oof. I mean, we're playing a game here, though.
We are.
We
I'm playing
are.
a game with you.
Alright, so, remember how it said check locked door? If you're a ghost, you can actually just go through the door. However, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna waste some time. Sit at our desk. Go back to the room, why not? And then exit bedroom to hallway. Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Should we interview Techno Jim instead?
Yes.
Kyle roughly shoved Rachel out of her seat and placed Techno Jim in her stead. Hello, Techno Jim, said Kyle. I'm going to interview you today. Kyle grasped Techno Jim's hand and tried to shake it, but instead tore it off the cardboard frame. Kyle's producer, sensing viral media, pulled the bewildered Rachel out of frame and motioned to the crew to go live. Cameramen moved, lights flashed, and suddenly the show was on the air. Hi, I'm Kyle, said Kyle, and tonight I'm going to interview a very special guest. He pointed at Techno Jim using the dismembered arm. Techno Jim started to smoke from the heat of the lights. Would you like to introduce yourselves? Asked Kyle. Knowing Jim would probably not speak, Kyle took it upon himself to be his voice as well. Hi, Kyle, he said, raising the pitch of his voice. My name is Rachel May, and I'm a very special guest. Rachel's expression of confusion turned to shock. Well, Rachel, you look way too thin and absolutely terrible, and you should feel ugly. Kyle gave Jim a meaningful stare. Wow, Kyle, he said. I sure wish I could look like you. Techno Jim burst into flames. Instantaneously, the sprinkler system initiated. Curtains of water poured down from the rafters. Within seconds, the production equipment was doused in water. The set was soon aburst with electrical fires. Kyle's crew abandoned their posts as cameramen and sound mixers to try to put the fires out. As the crew scrambled around, the cameras continued to run. Kyle sat, motionless, staring forward. Eventually, the fires were all put out. Kyle's producer shut off the broadcast, leaving Kyle's vacant stare as the final frame. Kyle's ratings skyrocketed. Techno Jim became a staple on the show, often ending up destroyed by the end of each episode. Although Rachel did not come back on the show, her cardboard portrayal did. Rachel was very popular. Kyle
Okay.
interviewed quote-unquote Rachel. So there's another ending.
Oh, it's be Rachel.
There's another ending. The quote-unquote died ending. Essentially, if you show up with no notes, one of your options is play dead. And you just continue to play dead. So the producer asks Rachel to walk over and slap you. Once Rachel slaps you and you don't wake up, she says, "Kyle, I can see you breathing." You hold your breath. One by one, the rest of the crew walks over and starts slapping you. Eventually, Tornado.
Ah.
Eventually, Kyle didn't have to pretend to be dead anymore.
Lord. Oh my god.
Alright, so should we try to be a ghost now, or do you want to search social media this morning?
Huh?
Do you want to be a ghost again, or do you want to browse social media this morning?
Let's browse social media.
Alright. Kyle started to scroll through news articles on his phone. Stay Up Late with Kyle ranked #1 and #2 show on television. New East Bridge being constructed after being found to not actually exist. Authorities investigating.
Keep on reading more.
Okay. Another grand larceny and crime spree streak. Evidence points to perpetrator fleeing the country. Oh, I just realized. Rachel May to unexpectedly leave the country on a very, very long vacation after interview tonight. Rachel is a crime lord. Oh. Yikes. Who is the bug vigilante? Recently spotted pursuing larcenous. I think it's supposed to just say, but there's a typo. Kyle fails to show up to several charity events. How do you feel, Kyle? Too important for charity?
That isn't me. I would show up at charity events. Thank you very much.
Okay, good on you, Kyle. Bug Vigilante shows up to charity events with fresh-baked pastries. Donations flourish. Hot dogs making resurgence as fuel source for both humans and tugboats. Phone model recalled. Techno gym stores blame overuse by customers. Kyle's phone exploded in his hands from overuse.
Dang it!
Looks like you got the model that needed to be recalled. So, there's
I forgot that every single news article is like a foreshadow of the next one.
Yeah, we wasted a lot of time though, and there's nothing to be had from that. So, let's wither away let's wither away and become a ghost. Now, if we... So, I don't know what either of these do. So let's exit bedroom into hallway, check locked door. Float through as... Oh, okay. We can force the door open with our forehead, by the way. Excuse me. And it gives us short-term amnesia.
Alright, force the door open with forehead then.
Kyle decided it would be best to try to force the door open with the use of his face. After smashing his features into solid wood for several minutes, Kyle gained severe short-term amnesia. Now let's float through it as ghost this time. Kyle used his ghostly powers to walk straight through the door. Go inside. Kyle found himself in the room he stashed the various items sent to him by fans. The sewing machine, you just walk over to it and there's nothing there. So, do you want to check the supernatural artifact or get the laser claymore?
Get the laser claymore.
Expecting a battle, Kyle grabbed a laser claymore. Dude, do you want the suit of armor too?
Yes.
Dude, they're going into battle, dude. Or do you want to check the supernatural artifact first?
Just check the supernatural artifact, I guess.
This is one of the many mysterious artifacts Kyle's been sent over the years. Do we want to grab it or smash it?
Smash it.
Kyle began pounding the mysterious artifact with both fists. Within a few hours, it became dust. You're a ghost, though. You can't pound it. An ancient force trapped in the artifact is released and turned Kyle into a lizard demon. But are you a ghost lizard demon?
Yes. I'm a lizard demon.
So let's move
Alright.
to the kitchen, shall we? So,
Sure. I just want to make sure that I eat the fridge.
yeah, you want to eat the fridge this time? Alright, cool. Kyle pointed his neck directly upward and hoisted the fridge on top of his face. Somehow, miraculously, he wrapped his mouth around the device. He started to swallow. In one slow, horrible movement, the fridge slid down Kyle's throat. After many gurgles, pops, and snaps, Kyle felt relatively sure the fridge would not come back out. So the pantry we need... Remember the key that was in the desk?
Can I eat the pantry?
No, but the key is used to open the pantry.
Oh, okay.
Key. So, let's leave the apartment and return to the apartment. Why not? And then float through the side door again. I want to see how they respond to you being a literal dead. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. But you're still a lizard demon. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Rachel's smile turned to horror. She realized she was looking not at a human, but at a lizard demon.
Oh god.
One of the endings, if you don't, if you leave your house without clothes, is Rachel's smile turned to shock as she noticed that you had not put any clothes on before you left your house today. And everyone just leaves you because you go around shaking hands with everyone as they decide to not look directly at you. Kyle is left all alone. Kyle prepared by using nudity. Pandemonium ensued. Scripts went flying. Crew members ran in all directions. Lights were knocked over. As Kyle watched as the chaos around him, his lizard demon form enveloped his last shred of humanity. Kyle grew to a massive size. Within several minutes, he had demolished the now empty set. A local force of 5 spunky teenagers in brightly colored apparel arrived at the scene to fight Kyle. Dude, you're being fought by the Power Rangers.
Oh my god.
I heard Bridley in the background. Dude, the Power Rangers have come to stop you. As the teenagers swung...
I imagined, like, brightly colored as in all of them are brightly colored with all the different colors. So I'm being fought by, like, the gay squad or something.
Oh, dude, the GTA version of the Power Rangers. As the teenagers swung at him with their spunky, individualized weapons, Kyle pushed them over with his foot. Kyle rampage of his studio ruins continued. But in another part of the city, a hero is rising up. Frank's place? Okay. In a dusty apartment on the top floor of an old skyscraper in the oldest part of town sat a large man named Frank. Few people in the world knew that Frank existed. Fewer knew his name. Frank was watching the local news. A story about the studio rampage was playing. Also, I want to point out, it's supposed to be Frank apostrophe S, not Frank's apostrophe.
Yeah, I know.
Quickly.
No, maybe there's multiple Franks.
I mean, it's not as bad as Kyle watched. Quickly, Frank got up from his chair. He opened a small door hidden behind a poster on his wall. Inside was an unbelievable mound of fat-ridden foods, unrefrigerated and fairly rotten. Is this Wario? I feel like I know where this is going.
Eat it.
Frank began to consume the mound at a frightening rate. His body began to puff. Frank expanded, faster and faster with each minute. He burst through the roof. Within minutes, Frank was a towering behemoth. I think you found your match, Kyle. City. He rolled across the city, rebounding off of buildings and getting cheers from onlookers below. Dude, Kyle, you've got an opponent now.
You're right, I do.
You forgot to ban me. Just a bit of courtesy. Ah, thanks for letting me know, Echo. I'm just kidding. Welcome. Oh, crap. Okay. So I have my phone to my right currently. I can't really see chat unless I specifically decide to do so. Because the game is in a full screen window. So he rolled across the city, rebounding off of the buildings and getting cheers from the onlookers below. So, you kind of squashed the Power Rangers, but this fat guy, he's gonna tear you down, Kyle. Approaching Kyle, Frank gave a long, painful heave upwards into the sky. To Kyle, the sky turned black. He looked upwards to see the monstrous figure hurtling towards him. We're currently in the set ruins. And in a moment, Kyle was completely enveloped in rubbery fat, unable to move or make noise. Frank was quite tired and passed out where he lay. Several years went by as Frank slumbered. As Kyle was held in Frank's warm, fatty embrace, his humanity began to return. When the first winter came, Frank's body recycled his fat for resources. Over many months, he shrank in size. Eventually, Kyle was human, and Frank was thinned. They both walked away from the scene as new men. Neither realized how much time had passed. Kyle prepared by being a lizard. Lizard Demon 1. There's a Lizard Demon 2? What? How do you get that one? Okay, let's exit the bed this morning. Now, there was another thing. So you know how it said it was really dark in your closet?
Uh-huh.
Now, if you sit at your desk and check in the desk drawer, there's another item here, the flashlight, that wasn't here before. So Kyle grabbed the flashlight, but after jiggling the switch, he found it was out of batteries. So, let's grab the assorted change. Now, I immediately had the thought, let's go to the tech store. So I exited the hallway as a naked man, went to the tech store, and bought batteries with change. Kyle, while naked, counted out $1.98 in pennies and nickels and traded them for a small packet of batteries. After inserting them into the flashlight, you existed. Now, we can return to our apartment and open the closet. Why do I hear a default dance? We can inspect our dark closet with the flashlight. Kyle shined his flashlight into his moist, cave-like closet that had not seen light in years. After several minutes of searching around with the light, Kyle saw something unusual in the back. What did you think you saw, Kyle? Was it another artifact that turned you into Lizard Demon 2, the sequel? No. A small metal box with a large red button sat in the back, stamped with a time travel label. Do you want to time travel? Or do you want to take the box for later?
No, travel time now.
Okay, Kyle, bored of the situation, smashed the button, heartily, reading the label above. The box hummed and shook. The outside metal grew hot and slowly curved in on itself. In a moment, it was early in the morning. Kyle had gained several hours of preparation time. Oh! Oh!
Epic. Oh, wait. Oh, so this is how you can get, like, all the status effects.
Yeah, because we have everything. We only had 3 hours left, and now we have 30. Okay, let's open the closet. Dang it, I can't take the box with me. Okay, so what do you want to do now? Oh, you know what we should do? We should check the desk drawer, take that key, check the pantry. Let's move to the kitchen. Pantry. Unlock with small key. The pantry door lock creaked as if it hadn't moved in years, but eventually opened. Look in the pantry. Instead of an assortment of canned goods and grains, Kyle's pantry stored a massive amount of bottled lard. You want to ignore the pantry, chug a bottle of lard, or grab a bottle of lard for later? Well, Kyle?
Chug a bottle of lard. I want to become Frank.
You want to become Frank. Who knows, maybe Frank will become the lizard demon this time. Kyle voraciously grabbed the closest bottle, snapped the neck against the wall, and sucked out all of the fat within a minute. Really? Because it looked like it took you an hour.
Chug a lard bottle.
Kyle wildly sucked down another bottle. He felt very sick. You've got the bad food status now. Should you vomit on the floor and stop, or chug another?
Another one.
Kyle's vomit and the lard were mixing in a way that made it hard to tell which was which. You stop or finish off the pantry.
Finish off the pantry.
As Kyle finished the last bottle of lard, he felt a wave of accomplishment come over him. Yay! So you can only time travel once. Good to know. Okay, do you want another bad food, by the way? You can get 2.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to eat the fridge, or eat the crust on the fridge wall? Or do you want to just prepare breakfast like a normal human being and see what you get?
Wait, it's Echo Cat.
Is what?
Echo Cat says in the chat, you forgot to ban me, and it's all in quotes.
Oh, yeah, that's because it's Snorf.
Oh.
I went over to his stream the other day and said, hey, you forgot to ban me. Just letting you know out of courtesy.
Well,
he said
it back.
Yeah, he said, why would I do that?
I think he's being a...
He said, why would I do that? So, obviously he wasn't upset about it anymore, so... I'm assuming he did it because I did the same to him. So, do you want to eat the crust on the fridge wall, eat the fridge itself, or prepare breakfast and see what kind of deliciousness you see?
Prepare breakfast. Wait, no.
Too late. Kyle constructed a breakfast of poached eggs and toast along with a small fruit cup and grilled sausage. Do you want to eat it or smash it?
Smash it.
Kyle smashed his breakfast to a pulp using both fists.
I really like using both my fists.
Apparently. I mean, to be fair, when you were slapped to death, people used both hands, so... How you slap with both hands simultaneously? Not quite sure.
They just box you with what's it called? Their hand.
Yeah, right. Do you want to return to your bedroom, move to the kitchen, or leave your apartment?
Let's see.
Here, you know what we should do? We should...
Are we able to go through the locked door?
No, we're not a ghost. You know what we should do? We should return to the bedroom, sit at a desk, write some notes. Is your mother? Beef mashed or blended? I purposely ran over...
mother, yeah.
So, do you ever smile, or I purposely ran over a puppy? Which one?
Ran over a puppy.
Okay. Now, are you guilty? Kyle ripped his page of notes out of the notebook and got up from the desk. Back to room. Showtime. Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. Kyle approached her. Rachel looked up and smiled. Approach Rachel. Oh no! We forgot clothes! No!
Dang it.
Kyle prepared by being a nudist. It was all for nothing. Alright, so here's what we can do. Let's... Okay. So... We can't eat the lard anymore. But... Sit at the desk, write some notes. Is your mother a mother? Are you guilty? So we've got notes, right? Let's check in the desk drawer for the flashlight and assorted change. And see if we can make it to the time box again. No! Wait! We don't have clothes or food! I'm gonna stop myself right here. Turn to bedroom, open closet. What do you want to wear today, Kyle?
Skunk.
Okay. Getting the slimy garment to stay proved difficult, so Kyle opted to stick them to his body with hot glue. Yep. See, if you're not a ghost, it gives you another line as to how you get everything on you. So, we need food. Let's exit the bedroom into the hallway. Move to the kitchen. Open fridge. What do you want to eat? Crust, fridge, or prepare breakfast? Or eat condiments?
I'll eat the condiments.
Okay. Kyle started to grab condiments from the fridge, squirting them into his mouth with both hands. You really like to use both hands.
I think that it's just whenever you do anything, it's done with both hands. That's probably why it takes an hour every time.
Yeah, right.
I wonder if I play like FPS games with both hands on the keyboard.
No, dude, both hands on the mouse. With your mouse, like one of them is on the numpad on your mouse, and the other is on the actual left and right mouse button.
Yeah, one of them's on the MMORPG part of the mouse.
Yeah, right. That's how you play CS:GO with just the mouse.
Yeah, that's how I play Wizard 101 with just the mouse.
The rate at which ketchup, soy sauce, and other items entered Kyle's mouth soon overrode his ability to swallow. Kyle spewed the excess condiments across the kitchen, covering the furniture and walls. Kyle continued until all of the condiments had been emptied. Returned to hallway. Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across from his host. Oh, by the way, eating the condiments counts as a good breakfast.
Okay, then.
Yep. Also, I want to know, you only had one meal the entire 30 hours, and you're apparently perfectly set for the interview. Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, you did eat all the condiments.
Fair enough. Alright. So, do you want to answer politely or scream and spin in circles?
Answer politely.
And I as well, Rachel, answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. You are a most welcome guest. Unlike that techno gym guy, he would be more welcome than you. After another mild exchange of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel, with an E instead of a U, were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight, I had the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in, said Kyle. I'm very ready, said Rachel with a winning smile. Kyle produced the notes he had taken earlier. Which one should we use first?
Are you guilty?
No.
Yeah.
Let's save that for last, actually. Which one should we choose beside that?
Okay, so I'm gonna save. I purposely ran over a puppy for the second to last one.
Okay.
Right, because then it's like, I purposely ran over a puppy. Are you guilty?
Okay.
Right, beef mashed or blended?
Okay. A burning question from the fans, said Kyle. Beef, do you prefer it mashed or blended? Man, I regularly prefer mashed beef instead of mashed potatoes. Rachel answered quickly and honestly. Mashed. And no more was said on that matter. Alright, is your mother a mother? So, said Kyle, my mother is my mother. My mother's mother is her mother, and my mother's mother. And many mothers have mother's mother's mother. Is your mother a mother? Rachel went to answer and stopped. I believe, she said eventually, that I should answer yes? So, hey, I ran over a puppy on purpose, said Kyle. Everyone in the studio froze. Kyle spread his hands out wide. It's a joke! He started laughing from the bottom of his stomach. Nobody laughed with Kyle. Several minutes later, he stopped laughing and moved on. Kyle asked another question. Are you guilty? Rachel, are you guilty? Kyle threw his questions on the floor, stood up, and pointed at her. Using the dismembered hand of Techno Jim.
Yes.
Rachel's eye twitched slightly. Oh my god. So I've seen this before. And I didn't realize, like, why would it twitch? Because I forgot she's the crime lord. She's taking a very long vacation. Okay, oh my god, this makes sense. Guilty of what, dear Kyle? She smiled disingenuously. Guilty, spat Kyle, of your crimes. Rachel did not answer. Her eyelids both started twitching uncontrollably.
Call police.
Yeah, we have the phone now. So normally you could just hit more. And she would just run off and you would never see her again. Let's call the police. The music picks up. Kyle pulled out his phone and dialed the police. 911, we have an emergency. Hello, police, said Kyle. I believe I have found a criminal. Rachel began to run toward the exit. On her way, she swatted Kyle's phone out of his hand. Trip her or let her go?
Trip her.
Kyle stuck out his leg. Rachel stumbled and crashed to the floor. But in a moment, she was on her feet. She drew a blunt weapon seemingly out of thin air and started to swing at Kyle. Before Kyle had a chance to react, a figure burst through the roof and blocked Rachel's attack. What? Was it one of the Power Rangers? It was a middle-aged woman in a bug-shaped mask! She was brandishing a bug-shaped stick. Yo! The woman began to fight with Rachel, flicking her weapon back and forth with surprising speed. Rachel tried to fight back, but it was obvious she was no match for Bug Girl. With one quick move, the Bug Vigilante drew her foot high above her head and drove it straight onto Rachel's hand. The weapon clattered to the floor. Rachel attempted to run again, but was met with a stick to her legs. She fell at the feet of a police officer just arriving from Kyle's call. Rachel was charged with 7 cases of grand larceny. Yo, Kyle, how's it feel you caught a criminal?
Epic.
After her first... And you caught her with the help of Bug Girl, dude. Like, you got... I'll bet you got to interview Bug Girl. After her first month in jail, Rachel started a reality TV show filmed in her cell about prison cooking. She consumed Gabby. The show gained immense popularity, and somehow the public began to love Rachel all the more. Kyle made guest appearances on Rachel's show many times. Oh no! Is her show number 2 now? The identity of the Bug Vigilante was never known. She remained a mysterious but important part of local law enforcement. Rachel started a new show. You got saved by Bug Girl, apparently. Wait, if you don't trip her, can you die? 'Cause you got saved. Huh, okay. So
basically just prepare the questions and then save the guilty one for the last.
yeah, essentially. I love the puppy one. So I ran over a puppy today. It's a joke. Ah, no one laughs. Kyle sits there uncomfortably. So what we can do, right? We can grab. We can check in the desk drawer. Grab the assorted change in the flashlight, right? Now back to the room. Exit. Leave apartment, visit tech store, buy batteries, insert in flashlight, right? Now, let's go back to our apartment, check the closet, and take the box for later. So we now have the time travel box in our possession. So, let's put on clothes. What do you want to wear today, Kyle?
Slick suit.
Kyle miraculously crammed his dumpy body into the suit. Chest pockets were filled with random knickknacks that don't appear in your inventory. 'Cause I still have the change.
That's epic. And you still have the key, too.
I don't have the key, though. I have the battery. Like, I have the flashlight with batteries. Like, I got the batteries for free, apparently, even though I swore I gave him $1.98 in pennies and nickels. Let's scavenge for bugs, why not? Kyle hurried to the set. As Kyle approached Rachel, Rachel looked up and smiled. "Good evening, Kyle," she said. Kyle responded, answered politely, cool, shake hands, more. Now, a moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Should we start the broadcast or time travel with Rachel?
Time travel with Rachel.
Good evening, everyone, said Kyle. Tonight, Rachel and I will time travel together. In one motion, Kyle grabbed Rachel's arm and pressed the red button on that time machine with his elbow. Kyle and Rachel were sent back to a time before human existence on Earth. They were standing next to a large lake. There was a forest behind them, full of singing birds. Lizards were everywhere. We're in the past. "Kyle, dear," said Rachel, stern, but not angry. "You can't just do things like that." Rachel began digging in the dirt, looking for small, smooth stones. "I'm sorry, Rachel," said Kyle. "I got a bit ahead of myself." Kyle began helping to look for stones. "Well, it's okay, Kyle. I forgive you." Aww. Rachel took Kyle's stones and started to build a small stack on the ground. Kyle silently began sifting through the sand near the lake to find pure mud. "Well, since we're here together," said Rachel, using nearby sticks to build a pyramid around the rocks. "How are you?" "Oh, I'm fine," said Kyle, sticking pieces of shale together with the mud. "I've been preparing for your interview all day." Rachel began to bundle nearby foliage into small power cells. "Excuse me? We still have batteries!" "Do you love being famous?" she asked. Kyle used bones from the dead fish's shore to start crafting some energy capacity. "Excuse me? We still have batteries and a working flashlight!"
We literally made a match, dude. There's no doubt about that.
Why are you using fish bones to make capacitors when we still have batteries and a working flashlight? Heck, we still have the time travel box! We still have a phone! "That's an interesting question, Rachel," he answered. "There's ups and downs. How about yourself?" "I think I'd love to be unknown with a loving family," said Rachel. "Being so recognizable gets very lonely. To the point to where I would regularly rob banks and commit larceny." I mean, what? Rachel started grabbing live birds as they flew by to make a nuclear reactor. Excuse me? Did you just, like, become Mrs. Incredible and just, like, stretch to grab them or something? Or did they just so happen to fly, like, right by your face? "I understand that incredibly well," said Kyle, extracting pure hydrogen from the lake using a reed siphon. There was a warm, understanding silence between them.
Casual conversation as they're just like friggin' destroying.
I mean, to
the
be
area.
fair, you were an inspiration for kids to join STEM programs, so this is probably why.
Yeah.
You could just create nuclear reactors and capacitors with nothing. With fish bones, alive birds, and reed siphons. After a few minutes, Kyle broke the silence. "Can you pass me the arc welder when you're done? I need to weld these bioreactive plates together." "We still have the time travel box." Soon, the pair had constructed a janky but workable return time. "You still have the time travel box!" Does it only go to the past? Is that what this is? You have a time travel box. Why do you need a return time machine? As they climbed in, Rachel and Kyle looked at each other. Both knew they had bonded. "I am now also guilty." With the flick of a switch, the whir of the engine made out of beaver pelt and some pops, the duo returned home. Home. But is it at this time? Bum bum bum. Later that evening, back at his apartment, Kyle thought about the time he had spent with Rachel. He was glad they had gotten the chance to take a trip together. Kyle and Rachel took a trip. Are you sure that's time travel 2? What's time travel 1?
Maybe another one you're supposed to like fight Rachel in time for the time travel.
How though? Like, once you get everything for the time box, you barely have any, like, you don't have many hours left to do anything. Okay, so we're missing one just before Techno Gym. I want to show you his So, real quick, I want to show you exit bed. Let's go over to the tech store and give review of your free sample. This phone, said Kyle, is several years old and has exposed wires coming out of the back. Probably from the teeth marks. Kyle continued. The phone has also had screen issues after I used it to hammer nails into the wall for a painting. I wonder why. Furthermore, when I submerge it in water, I get severely shocked until it runs out of battery. The attendant looked at Kyle, pursed his lips, and said nothing. Feeling he had made his argument, Kyle decided to leave. But not before stealing Techno Gym. Can I go to the past with Techno Gym?
Maybe.
Yo, okay, let's start again. Skip. So, in order to go to the past, I need to have clothes. Because otherwise I can't get to that prompt. So, let's exit bed, open closet. What do you want to wear today, Kyle?
Just a suit of armor. That's all I need.
Cool. After much squeezing and sweating, Kyle managed to wrap the metal suit around his dumpy self. Okay, so, let's grab the change. Yeah, okay, so let's grab the change and the flashlight. Back to room, exit the apartment, visit tech store, buy batteries, steal Techno Gym. Oh god, there's no way I'll have time. Return to apartment. I wonder what I can do now that I have Techno Gym if I were to go back in time now. Return to bedroom. Open closet. Inspect with flashlight. Ah, no, I didn't have time. I'm gonna collapse on the ground again. Can I shine the flashlight in her eyes?
That'd be epic.
No, Kyle collapsed on the floor. He had not eaten anything and passed out.
Dang.
I just want to shine the flashlight in her eyes. Dang it. Okay, so let's. What do we? If we get the bugs. Wait. We can get resources now? Okay. Kyle began to comb through the damp piles of filth and mold on his floor in search of helpful items. After finding and eating a few bits of crumbs and old cheese, Kyle found something much more important. Indeed, it was the corpse of Harry, a friend that had gone missing years ago while at Kyle's house. How deep is your carpet, friend? Kyle, I've slept on your carpet. I'm scared. Am I gonna end up like Harry?
And your concerns are very valid, I would say.
I'm gonna end up like Harry. Oh no. I was glad to see him again, but was unsure whether to interrupt such an important day with Harry business. Deal with Harry. Kyle hoisted Harry onto his shoulder and took him outside. Time has stopped, by the way. There is no time anymore. Kyle began dragging Harry's body down the street, drawing many, many stairs. Kyle knew exactly where he needed to take Harry's corpse on a lovely playdate. Just the two of them. Kyle and Harry stared at the arcade. Kyle used Harry's arms to operate the joystick and push buttons. No, I don't have change! Wait, then how do I play games? After 5 or 6 different games, the two friends had enough tickets for a single candy bar. They took their prize to the local park for eating. Kyle tried to feed some of that chocolate bar to Harry, but Harry seemed to not have an appetite. After eating, Kyle noticed a nearby playground. He dragged Harry over. Man, this is a great play date. I mean, at least I know that if I do get lost in your carpet for years on end, that you'll take me on a nice play date. Kyle tried to figure out a way to swing Harry on the swing set, but lacking the ability to grip, Harry kept falling out. Hot glue it! You seem to have some. Instead, Kyle started to lug Harry to the top of the slide and shove him down time and time again. Finally, Kyle took Harry to the movies to see as many popular films as their pocket change. No, I don't have change! Kyle quickly found that he had no pocket change, so he searched through Harry's corpse until he found his wallet. Kyle bought 2 tickets to A Love Romance. After getting inside, Kyle left Harry to go find a restroom. By the time Kyle had finished using the restroom, he had forgotten that he brought Harry along. Kyle watched A Love Romance by himself. Harry's corpse sat on a bench in the atrium. While Kyle was in the movie, a beautiful thing happened. Harry's corpse, imbued with the power of friendship and love, was reanimated. Harry's old, rotten flesh gained color and life. His fingernails regrew. His missing eye came back. By the time the movie was over, Harry was able to greet Kyle with a large, friendly hug as his old self. Kyle was confused, but delighted that his long-lost friend met him on the way out of the theater. The two made plans to get drinks together, and parted ways for the day. Kyle returned home, forgetting about the interview with Rachel. I can tell. But Kyle helped a friend. Maybe dying in your carpet wouldn't be that bad after all. Kyle wakes up. He is famous. And a bloody magician. I mean, to be fair, you can just wither away and then suddenly go from corpse to human again. Just because, you know, it's per usual. Harry's corpse, imbued with the power of love and friendship. So what if we do that again, but have money this time? Let's take the assorted change. Now scavenge for Harry. Deal with Harry. Let's go to the theater. Oh! Kyle quickly found that he had no pocket change, but I have pocket change. God dang it. Alright. Let's exit the bed. Let's see what happens if we scavenge for bugs and bring them to, save for later use. Let's save the bugs. So Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Let's see what happens if we bring the bugs to the neighbor. Actually, maybe we want to listen first and then bring the bugs. So, exit bed. Scavenge for gossip. That's quite enough. Scavenge for bugs. Save for later use. Now, exit to hallway. Leave apartment. Visit downstairs neighbor. Greet and start a conversation. Aha! Good morning, Good morning, neighbor, said Kyle cheerfully. Gabby looked at Kyle expectantly. Should we ask Gabby about Kyle, ask Gabby about Gabby, ask Gabby about Rachel, or ask Gabby about being a vigilante?
Ask Gabby about being a vigilante.
Gabby, asked Kyle, are you the bug vigilante? For a moment, Gabby looked stunned, but then she realized his seriousness. Gabby nodded once. She tells us. Now if we talk about the gossip on the show, is she gonna admit it? The door shut in Kyle's face. know. We now know. What can we do with this information?
Um,
I mean, I guess if we present the gossip. Okay, hold on. So let's choose an outfit. Let's go with the jeans and swimming goggles. We haven't done that in a while. Now, we have bugs that we could eat, but I'd rather not because I want to see. So, let's sit at our desk. Check the desk drawer and grab the flashlight. Kyle hurried to the set. Rachel looked up and smiled. Answer politely. Cool. Gossip about the neighbor. My neighbor is a bug vigilante.
yes.
With nothing more to say on the matter, he fell silent. Rachel, also on camera, stared at her hands and wondered when she was going to be introduced. Stared at the palms of her hands like, do I exist? Producer started cutting to different camera angles to break the tension. Neighbor Gabby walked onto the set. My name is Gabby, and I'm not a bug vigilante. False. Can I prove that, though, because she told me? Washed it under her foot. Something came out. I must go. That's all the time we have.
Dang it.
Dang. Kyle talked about Gabby. That's it. Gotta be... So there's a lizard demon too. How do we get that? So maybe we have to do stuff before we become a lizard demon.
We had to.
No, like
What did we do?
we got the artifact, we smashed it. Oh,
Yeah.
what if we save it for later?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I'm sure. If
so
we save.
yeah, wither away. Shucks, I'm on my deathbed. Okay. I think you still have to be clothed though. Let's wear the slick suit.
Why not?
Yeah. Okay. So
Oh wait, no, never mind. Yeah, don't try not to.
exit bedroom. Check locked door. Float through it. Go inside. Supernatural artifact. Grab artifact. Cool. We have it for later use now. Okay. I want the laser claymore just to see what it does. So now that we have them, let's make some food. Right? Let's eat the fridge. Let's return to the bedroom. Open the closet. I was gonna say if we could change into the suit of armor quickly. Let's sit at our desk and then go back to our room and then exit the room. So, per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. So, as Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. We can throw the artifact at... Yo! Okay, I feel like we need a suit of armor for that. Okay. So, let's exit bed. Okay. So...
Okay. Well, you could have at least tried what freaking throwing the artifact at Rachel.
Oh, yeah, we would have died or something. Oh, okay, so... Wither away. Shucks. Get out of bed. Open the closet. Let's wear a slick suit. Now, we exit, float through, go inside, grab the supernatural artifact. Cool. Get laser claymore, why not? Gonna go into battle. Kitchen, fridge. Let's go back, actually. Oh, we can't anymore. Dang it. Let's prepare breakfast and eat it. I felt refreshed. Cool. Let's grab the key if we can. Dang it, we don't have time. I was gonna say let's go eat the lord, but we don't have time, so. So, let's throw the artifact at Rachel. As she approached to shake his hand, Kyle produced a supernatural artifact and winged it at Rachel's face. Within moments of the artifact colliding with her head, Rachel started to turn into a lizard demon. Rachel began to cause destruction, tipping over lights and causing crew members to scatter. Kyle, realizing the disaster he had caused, decided it was up to him to tame the monster. Should we throw crew members at the monster, or throw self at the monster?
Throw stuff at the monster.
Kyle launched himself at the monstrous Rachel. In a great collision of flesh, Kyle rammed face first into the monster's stomach. Kyle continued to launch himself into Rachel's stomach with wild abandon. After several dozen collisions, small insignificant bones in Kyle's body began to fracture. Kyle continued. Rachel began to lose stamina from the incessant damage Kyle was inflicting upon her. Kyle continued his assault. Nobody present could tell what parts of his body were bruised and what weren't. Eventually, in one well-placed lunge, the artifact embedded in Rachel's face popped out. Immediately, Rachel turned back into her normal human self. The studio, now in shambles, flicked to life. Broadcast had started automatically. Kyle, unable to move properly, became aware that the eyes of many were upon him. Kyle tried to address the audience, but instead spewed some mixture of breakfast phlegm and chunks of wall. Kyle's spewing video became a very hot meme. Online personalities used it to express distaste about social issues. Teenagers sent it to each other about homework amounts. Rachel's broadcast was rescheduled for the following week. Fans complained about not being able to see Rachel's face as she wore protective headgear the entire time. Rachel prepared by being a lizard. So that's Lizard Demon 1. Cool. Now, let's see what happens. What would happen if we threw crew members at Rachel? So let's wear our suit again. Let's scavenge for bugs and then eat those. Eat immediately. Kyle threw back his head and crammed a sticky, wriggling mass into his mouth. He felt refreshed. Uh-oh. Let's sit at the desk. Check the drawer. Grab the key. Back to the room. The kitchen. Check pantry. Unlock a small key. Chug a bottle. Grab a bottle of lard. What can I do with that? I'm also gonna chug a bottle of lard. And chug another. And chug another. And finish the pantry. So. I didn't grab the artifact. Oh yeah. Kyle vomited. Rachel looked at Kyle concerned, gave a couple coughs, and decided to play it cool and keep the show running. Kyle stopped, then vomited again, then continued with a shaky voice. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in, said Kyle. Drink lard. Dive right into this bottle, that is! Kyle pulled out his bottle of lard, bit the top off, and chugged it. Kyle's body rejected the lard. He began to spew chunks of lard and digestive fluid in every direction. Everything within a 10-foot radius was immediately covered, including Rachel. Kyle continued to vomit. Rachel bravely fought to stay seated amidst the vomit, hoping to save the show from disaster. Fortunately, Kyle's vomit had covered all of the cameras. There was no broadcast. Kyle finished spewing eventually. The broadcast was not recoverable. All present were sent home to try again another day. As Kyle got home, he made a mental note to refill his lard supply. Kyle consumed. That is all. Lord. Cool. So let's wither away. Open the closet, get a suit of armor. Let's go to the hallway. Check the locked door. Float through. With armor and all. Grab the artifact. And get the laser claymore. Now we should be set for a battle. I want to ask the neighbor about Rachel. Consume Gabby. Ask Gabby about Rachel. Gabby, Kyle asked, what are your true thoughts about Rachel May? Oh, Rachel? Gabby said, she's a wonderful woman. Her generous acts have inspired more good work than bad. She had to stop. She has seen Gabby do stuff. Gabby trailed off, not meeting Kyle's eyes. After several uncomfortable minutes of silence, Kyle turned around and left. Aha! I'm gonna steal Techno Gym. Oh, I don't have time. Dang it. Kyle hurried to the set. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost. I don't have food. Throw artifact at Rachel. Is that a bad thing? Oh, I can't fight Rachel? If I throw self at monster, do I just have to pelt her repeatedly? Because I've got a suit of armor now and a sword. Dang it. Alright, so the suit means nothing. Alright. Let's leave. Duct locked door. Float through. Grab the artifact. And claymore. Checking the sewing machine has to do something. It says its box was only half removed. There's gotta be something we can do with that. As well as the massive bugs. Huh. See, I thought this was just gonna be a one and done stream. How long have we been going?
Pretty long.
Yeah. Over 2 hours. Float through side door, leave apartment, move to kitchen, return to bedroom. Let's just leave apartment. I want to steal gym. Why not? Let's steal Techno Gym. Oh, can I use this sewing machine on Jim to repair him? Dang it. Sitting across from his chair. Throw artifact at Rachel. Now throw cast members at Rachel. Kyle started to grab nearby crew members and hurled them at Rachel with his, superhuman strength. The crew members rebounded off of Rachel on all sides, causing little to no damage to her or themselves. Yet I caused damage. Okay. In a lizard demon rage, Rachel rushed at Kyle and drove him into the opposite wall face first. She began to pound Kyle's face into the wall repeatedly, littering it with head-sized holes. Kyle, having been in this situation before, felt he knew exactly what to do. Balling his fists, Kyle began to punch himself in the stomach repeatedly, causing loud gurgles and pops. Kyle's strategy did not help. He continued to be mashed into the wall. After a period of time, the artifact lodged in Rachel's face became loose and fell to the floor. Rachel immediately turned into her normal human self, the studio now in shambles, flicked to life. The broadcast had started automatically. Kyle, unable to move properly, became aware that many eyes were on him. Oh, so it's the same. Huh. So time travel 1 has to be something else. So, the lizard demon, you throw the box at Rachel. Time travel 2, you time travel with Rachel, so how do you use time travel 1? Once you do time travel 1, you can't search the closet. Or like once you use time travel, you can't search the closet.
I mean, well, why can't you again?
It just doesn't let you. Like you walk over to the closet and it says go back. I don't know, how many endings have we completed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 out of 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so I feel like the other ones are gonna require some major thinking. I feel like there's some stuff that, like, needs to be done. Like, with the Bugs sewing machine, Techno Gym's got his own ending. But there's one before Techno Gym, like between No Clothes and Techno Gym. Then Blamed Rachel and Gossip helped Harry got saved. What would happen if I called the cops and then let Rachel run away anyway? Let's exit bed, sit at desk, write some notes. Are you guilty? Back to room. Let's put on some clothes. Skunk pasties. What else do I need? Food, I guess? Yeah. Oh, I need food, yeah, absolutely. Kitchen. Fridge. Eat condiments. I don't think there's anything else I really need to do. Alright. Hurry to the set. Start broadcast. Are you guilty? Guilty of your crimes. Call police. Let her go. Rachel disappeared out the door, never to be seen again. In the coming days, the grand larcenies that had been plaguing the city stopped. Kyle was credited with exposing Rachel's crime spree, but nobody remembered in a couple weeks. A month later, in the European city that Rachel had planned her vacation to, crime rates skyrocketed. Kyle solved a crime. Okay. That was solved crime. So there's one in between got saved and solved crime. Okay. I feel like this has been going on for quite a while, so I might end it here and try with the other ones at another time. Yeah, I thought this was going to be a one and done stream, too.
Yeah, well, maybe.
It could have been, I suppose, but, I mean... I don't know.
Speedrun or like look it up on a guide, but that's kind of boring.
I don't know. I might look up, like, how to use the bugs and stuff, but that's about it. Like, how to use the sewing machine, how to use bugs. I think those are the two main things. What to do with the laser claymore and the armor suit, because I feel like those are specific.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. But I think I'm gonna end it here, so thank you all so much for watching, and if you did enjoy, then show your support to a very famous Kyle who, you know, can time travel, because why not? And as always, I will see you later in a while. Bye! Got anything you want to say, Kyle?
No,
Oh, okay.
I disagree.
You disagree.
Finally, we can relate. Now we're side by side, this is fate. I knew all along we'd find some way to communicate.